friends, are you ready for today's story? Today we're going to read Rooster's Off to See the World. There's the rooster, and he's crowing because the sun is coming up. Our story is written and illustrated by Eric Carle. He has written and illustrated a lot of the books that we read. Let's see what happens. Inside we see some pictures. We see a rooster, a cat, a frog, a turtle, a fish. A rooster, a cat, a frog, a turtle, a fish. A rooster, a cat, a frog, a turtle, a fish. And it goes over and over. It's a pattern. Rooster's Off to See the World by Eric Carle. Published by Aladdin Paperbacks. One fine morning, a rooster decided that he wanted to travel. Did you ever want to travel? I love traveling. It's so exciting. So, right then and there, he set out to see the world. He hadn't walked very far when he began to feel lonely. Why is he lonely? He's all by himself. Up in the corner, we see it's just one rooster. Just then, he met two cats. The rooster said to them, "Come along with me to see the world." The cats liked the idea of a trip very much. "We would love to," they purred and set off down the road with the rooster. Now the rooster's not alone. We have one rooster, two cats. As they wandered on, the rooster and the cats met 1, 2, 3 frogs. "How would you like to come with us to see the world?" asked the rooster, eager for more company. "Why not?" answered the frogs. "We're not busy now." So the frogs jumped along behind the rooster and the cats. Let's look up here. One rooster, two cats, 3 frogs. Do you see the number pattern? First there's 1, then 2, then 3. What do you think's coming next? 4 something. I wonder what. Let's find out. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. After a while, the rooster, the cats, and the frog saw 4 turtles crawling slowly down the road. "Hey," said the rooster, "how would you like to see the world?" "It might be fun," snapped one of the turtles, and they joined the others. 1 rooster, 2 cats, 3 frogs, 4 turtles. What number's next? I wonder what it will be. Bloop, bloop, bloop. It's fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fish. As the rooster, the cats, the frogs, and the turtles walked along, they came to 5 fish swimming in the brook. "Where are you going?" asked the fish. "We're off to see the world," answered the rooster. "Bloop, bloop, bloop. May we come along?" pleaded the fish. "Delighted to have you," the rooster replied, and so the fish came along to see the world. 1 rooster, 2 cats, 3 frogs, 4 turtles, 5 fish. What do you think is going to happen next? Well, let's see. The sun went down. It began to get dark. The moon came up over the horizon. The horizon is what we think is the edge of the world, but it's really not. It's just where the earth bends. So it comes on up. "Where's our dinner?" asked the cats. Uh-oh, they're hungry. Where are we supposed to sleep? Asked the frogs. Uh-oh, they're tired. We're cold, complained the turtles. They're cold. Just then, some fireflies flew overhead. We're afraid, cried the fish. I guess the fireflies must have scared the fish. Now the rooster really had not made any plans for the trip around the world. He didn't really. He just said, hey, let's go, and he went. But when you have to go on a trip, you have to think of things. You usually pack a suitcase, right? He didn't bring anything with him. He has no food, nowhere to sleep. They're cold and scared. He had not remembered to think about food and shelter. Shelter means a place to stay. So he didn't know how to answer his friends. See, there they all are, just out in the dark with the moon. Look what Eric Carle did with the moon. Eyes, nose, and a mouth. Sometimes I see a face on the moon too. After a few minutes of silence, the fish suddenly decided that it might be best if they headed for home. They wished the others a happy trip and swam away. They decided they weren't going to stay, so they went home. So look at that. 5 fish are gone. Now it's just 1 rooster, 2 cats, 3 frogs, and 4 turtles. Then the turtles began to think about their warm house. They turned and crawled back down the road without so much as a goodbye. That was not polite. They didn't even say goodbye. But now they're gone too. Now we have 1 rooster, 2 cats, 3 frogs. What do you think is going to happen? Who do you think might leave next? Maybe that's the 3 frogs over here. The frogs weren't too happy with the trip anymore either. First one, then the other, and finally the last one jumped away. They were polite enough, though, to wish the rooster a good evening as they disappeared into the night. They said, good evening, and then left. Now we have 1 rooster, 2 cats. 1 rooster, 2 cats. What's going to happen now? Let's see if you're right. The cats then remembered an unfinished meal they had left behind. Remember, they were hungry, so they're going to go back home and eat the food they had there. They kindly wished the rooster a happy journey, and they too headed for home. Now, the rooster was all alone, and he hadn't seen anything of the world. He was by himself, and he still hasn't gone to see anything in the world yet. He thought for a minute, and then said to the moon, to tell you the truth, I am not only hungry and cold, but I'm homesick as well. Homesick means when you really, really miss your house. The moon did not answer. It too disappeared. As the night goes on, the moon goes up, 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 and around again. The rooster knew what he had to do. He turned around and went back home again. He enjoyed a good meal of grain and then sat on his very own perch. After a while, he went to sleep and had a wonderful, happy dream all about a trip around the world. Sometimes we want to go places and we can't really go. That's happened to a lot of us recently, huh? Sometimes we want to go somewhere and we just can't. So we just have to think about it, or dream about it, or look at pictures of it. The end. And that is Rooster's off to see the world. Did he get to see the world, friends? No. But that's okay. he had a dream about it instead. Bye, friends. I'll see you later.